Alright guys, this is going to be episode 2 of the Sharkcar drift build. Now, I just got some stuff in the mail that I'm really excited about, and we're going to be throwing it in the car today. That's right, I got some racing seats for the car. Now, I'm really excited to have the added side bolstering. The stock seats do not have much side bolstering at all, and I've run into issues in the past with this, where mainly with autocross, where you're doing constant changes of direction, where I'm just getting thrown everywhere. It's the worst. And I'm also extremely excited to see the weight savings and how they're going to affect the car. The stock seats are about 80 pounds a piece, and if you've ever tried to pick up a power E36 seat, you know just how heavy they are. Now, these seats weigh about 30 pounds a piece, so that's about 100 pounds difference that's going to take out of the car, which I'm really excited to see. So the game plan for today, first I'm going to start off by pulling out the old seats. They're pretty worn out. I don't have much use for them, so I'm probably just going to trash them. But once those are out, I'll be able to test fit my new seats, see how they sit, and it'll give me a reference for my brackets. Then once I have my brackets made, I'm going to install the seats. Now, if everything goes to plan, this should be a relatively brief video. Definitely not as long as my last video building a bash card, but let's get to it. Oh my god. So now that we have the old seat removed, we can put the new seat in and see how it sits. Now, as you can see, my interior looks absolutely horrid right now. Everything's getting stripped and ready for paint, but now I'm going to throw the new seat in and see how it sits. So I've quickly thrown the seat in just to see where it sits, and both sliders sit slightly more inward than the stock bolt position. So I'm going to have to make brackets that go across and then come in a little bit just to be able to bolt this in. But before I can do any of that, I have to go to Lowe's to get some metal. I'm still way too lazy to put my front bumper back on. So now that I have my metal, all I need to do is measure the distance between this hole here and then here, and that'll give me my length. I'm going to have a piece of metal run all the way across, and then on wheel tabs that come out like this, so that'll let me bolt in the sliders on the new racing seat. Okay, I've made the first side support. Now it bolts up, everything lines up. I just need to make 3 more of these. Now next I need to cut some more of this metal out, some short tabs that I'm going to weld somewhere around here. I got to measure it out, but they're going to be welded and then come out so I can bolt it in. And then after that, I'll be able to put the seat in. Well, I got my first bracket done. I just threw some hideous white paint on it just to prevent rust. I didn't have any other colors, but all the bolts work. They all line up. I just need to make 1 more, and then I'll be able to put my first seat in and see how it looks. Okay, so both side brackets are done. I bolted them onto the seat. I'm ready to throw it in. All I'm worried about is all these little bolt holes. They have to line up perfectly or else it's not going to work. I'm going to have to pull the seat back out and do some adjustments. But let's throw it in and hope it works. So I put the seat in, and to my surprise, all the bolts lined up perfectly, which I'm extremely happy about because I'm really tired. Really do not feel like doing any more work as of tonight. But I put the seat in and I took it around the block to see how everything felt. It felt really good. The car feels quite a bit peppier. I'm actually really surprised about that. Like, it's very noticeable, especially in like second gear. But I'm not able to take it on the actual road yet and actually properly try it out because I don't have a seatbelt in at the moment. I have to put racing harnesses in. But it's in there, it lined up, and it feels really good. So now that the seat is in, I'm going to call it a night here and end the video. Now, I know it's brief, but I just don't want to bore you repeating the process for the passenger seat. Now, the next video should be out within the next few days. I'm going to be doing harnesses, putting the passenger seat in, and maybe even some differential stuff. I'm not quite sure yet. So subscribe to keep up to date on the build. But until then,